So we're going to do a follow-up on this Chevy van with the airbag light on it. We got our seat cushion. I'm going to show you what it looks like and show you why they call that a module and not just a passenger presence sensor. And then we'll go through the process of taking the seat out, replacing the cushion, and then most importantly we're going to show you how we reprogram that system. You have to initialize that sensor, the module, to make it work. And it's a very specific way of doing it, and I'm going to show you the equipment we use to make it happen. So follow along and we'll get this thing fixed and out of here. Alright, so this is the box that it came in. It is the whole cushion, and this is the plug-in that we were taking apart to check communication. The white is the circuit that we depinned. I'm not going to depin this one to prove to you that there should be communication coming out of here, because I'm not going to take the chance of screwing this thing up. We had to special order this thing, and we're just gonna put it in there, and when it works, it'll be proof enough that that my theory was correct. So this is what it looks like. This is basically just a pressure sensor here, but this is the sensor, and it's a module. It's the sensor and module all together, and you can see it's kind of embedded in the seat, kind of cool. But when we take the seat apart, we will just, this black here, this is not stained, it's just the way they did it, kind of weird. But when we take the seat apart, we'll take the cover off. This will set back down in there onto the frame of the seat, and then the cover will go across and seal it all in and tighten it all up. But that's what it looks like, kind of cool. We'll get that seat out, get the seat on the ground, and then we'll tear it apart. So there's 4 big nuts in each corner of the base here. 4 big nuts, and then you got a couple harnesses here that have to get unplugged. And then it just kind of lifts up out of here. So these Velcro strips just attach to this soft material right here, and they come on the new cushion, so not too worried about that. So you can see these Velcro strips right here. And that's the module of the old one. And the pressure pad of the old one. So we don't need that anymore. So you could probably feed this cushion underneath that back seat, but it's going to fight you. So it doesn't take much to pull that back cushion off. And then it goes together real nice. And then these flaps will bend up, and so you can get the bolts back in there. Okay, front of it's on there. Now we can kind of work our way to the back. nice and tight. It's actually tighter than it was when we started, so that's good. These back flaps, can't do anything about that. All right. So, all right. Cushion's on. Kicked my butt a little bit, but that's okay. We'll stick the seat back in, and then I'll reinitialize the module in there. There's a reason why I'm not an upholstery guy. Pulling this vinyl here, man, that was a workout. But actually, the seat looks much better than it did before, so he'll be happy about that. All right, secured and plugged in. Now we'll hook our Tech 2 back up and initialize this sensor. So we're using the Tech 2 because I tried to do this with an Autel. When I first got that seat cushion, before I installed it into the seat, I plugged it in, and the Autel, the top-on, and the snap-on didn't have the function to reinitialize that sensor. Autel would said it had it, but when it went into the function to reset it, it said can't reset because there's a code in it, but the code that was in it was because it wasn't initialized. So Autel was just taking you around in circles. Top-on didn't even have it, Snap-on didn't even have it. So little research, and I found out that the Tech 2 can do it. Obviously, it's a factory tool, and we have a Tech 2. So I found it, uncovered it from all the dust that was underneath it, and we're gonna get in there and show you how we did it. So we're going to go to diagnostics. Now this thing only goes to 213. It wasn't updated. I probably should update it, but I can trick it into thinking it's a 213 and it should work just fine. So Chevy truck, it is a G and it's an Express. So we're going to go down to body, I believe, base radio, and yeah, we want to go down to passenger presence system, and we want to go down to module setup, and it says passenger presence sensor learn. Key must be in the on position. It is, and it says it's locked. It's because I already reset it. I reset it before we put it in, but that's the process for doing it. We want to exit and exit, and we want to go out to airbag. I think is airbag, I believe, is in chassis. Oh, maybe not. I want to go to airbag, make sure all the codes in there are cleared as well. Let's see here. Let's go in there, make sure those codes are gone. Okay, no codes. Alright, so we're going to exit out of there. I want to go find SIR. Check for codes in there. There shouldn't be any codes in there, because once it sees that the right sensor is in there, the right module is in there, it should clear all those codes. So let's see what it does here. 3 codes, so what are they? Okay, so we're going to clear those. All right, 0 codes in there. If you look at my screen on my Tech 2, it's got this burn area here. Looks like little bugs have been crawling around inside there, but it's just the screen has been burnt. I've had this thing for 20 years, so it's seen its hasn't been used in probably 5 years, but it used to get used a lot. So let's exit out of there. Okay, I'm gonna pull you in here. We're gonna start this thing up. And hopefully our airbag light stays out. Do a self-check here. Check engine light's gone, and the airbag light is gone. So there you go. That's the process of replacing that passenger presence module, and then the initialization of it. But thanks for watching.